Hello, YouTube. This is Ghost Division. Guess what movie I saw Friday night? If you have a look of common sense and know how to read, you know that I watched Jurassic World. And this is my review of Jurassic World. Now, a lot of people have the issue of is this going to be like the second and third movie, or is it going to be more like the first one? I think it's kind of a little bit of both because the second and the third ones didn't really have why should I care. There was little to no backstory of a lot of these characters, and the ones that didn't really seem they didn't seem to care. The first one was phenomenal. I loved it. There's little to nothing wrong with the movie. Granted, that's to be expected. The first one was directed by Steven Spielberg. The other two, I'm pretty sure, weren't. So, that's kind of makes a difference. So, going into this movie, I was kind of worried about it because I remembered a little while back that there was a lawsuit going on. I don't know if it was between the writers or whoever it was, revolving, the writing of the movie. And I was wondering, is the plot going to be bad? Because there was, issues with between the writers, and not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So going into it, the intro it follows the two main, little kids. They're going on vacation. Their family getting packing, and oh, by the way, before I continue on, spoilers. So if no one wants to watch, you can go away now. Everyone who doesn't want to watch is gone? Okay, awesome. So, continuing on. The two boys are getting ready to go on vacation. The two boys' descriptions are the older teenager is pretty much doing this all the time. This, texting, listen to music, looking at girls. Not saying a word, even though at home there's a girl who says she loves me. And yet I'm still looking at girls. A little odd. But, I suppose. Teenagers. What are you going to do? So, the little kid, I'd say, early teenager. Not sure how old he is, but. So, this kid is apparently a genius. And knows pretty much everything to know about dinosaurs. So he's hyped up to go. He's ready to go. He's excited. They get there. Now this is kind of a forbearing of what's going to happen in the movie. The mom tells the kids, if you see something chasing after you, run. No shit. This is Jurassic World. This is part of the Jurassic Park franchise. If something's chasing after you, you don't run. Well, except for velociraptors, those you do want to run. It's not going to do you any good. They'll catch you eventually. T-Rexes apparently, if they can't see you if you stay still. So just stay still. Hope it doesn't step on you. So, anyways, moving on. They get to the park. Their aunt, who runs the park, is not there because she's too busy with funders from businesses who want to fund the park, but want a reason to. They want bigger, better things. Hello, they brought fucking dinosaurs back to life, and have a park that plenty of people go to. Wow, enough. So, the trainer, his name's Owen. That's pretty much the only character that I remembered his name. Because, guy's a badass. My main complaint with him is that there's little to no background with him. All I really know is that he and the boss lady have had a relationship between the boss and her employee. No one else seeing a problem with that? No? Just me? I'm weird, aren't I? Oh well. So, and the guy used to be part of the military. So, this guy gets to train the raptors. And when I first heard about this, I was like,
is this guy nuts or something? But then I realized that, oh, it was explained to me that, oh, this guy had it imprinted on these dinosaurs. Pretty much, it's like the first person a baby bird sees thinks it's its parent. It bonds with that person. So so this guy, trains the raptors, and it gets to the point where, you know, the bait, the little pig that gets let loose in the raptors for the chase around to help train it, gets loose, and the raptors start chasing after it. And this new guy tries to catch the pig, gets knocked over into the enclosure. Owen has to save the kid. I love when Owen says, "You ever wonder why there was an opening?" And the guy was like, "Oh shit." um, moving on to the now the babysitter that was supposed to meet these kids. I know I'm kind of getting off track. Now the babysitter that was supposed to be meeting these that is to be meeting these kids in place of the aunt, pretty much is the aunt's assistant, and so I recognize right away. Okay, she's gonna die. I kind of have a gift with that. I know pretty much who's going to die, and no, never mind that she didn't get near enough screen time for us to even warrant, because I know she's gonna get killed off. I didn't know how. Um, no, she brought the kids up to the room, and the teenager just wants to chill, gets jet lag, just want to relax for a while. The kid's just ready to go and explore the park. Okay. They eventually do. So moving on to the boss lady, the aunt, and Owen. She brings Owen in and talks about Indominus Rex. I'm thinking, why the hell? Because I understand that you have to find a way to bring new people. Because granted, it's a park with fucking dinosaurs. Hello, wow enough. Oh, that's a quote from Owen. Oh yeah, yeah. There you go. So, um, so she brings why the hell? Back to the Indominus Rex. Why the hell would you mix a T Rex with a whole bunch of animals, making it the ability to do the camouflage? Not only is it going to be bigger than the T Rex, it can camouflage so people can't see it. It can hide its body heat from thermal detectors that are used to make sure it's in the enclosure. Hello? Are you people a bunch of dumbasses in this park to make a dinosaur like that? So, it gets to the point, they get out, and, the fat security guard, at first I thought, he was just, doing whatever he's doing, slacking off, but, found out that, this dinosaur can lower its body temperature. Interesting. And never mind the fact that it's been enclosed, doesn't know what it is, doesn't understand, where it's supposed to be. No idea what a human is, no idea what anything else is out there. So, it says, it has to find its pecking order until it finds something that stops it. Then it will respect that. So, the, the Dinosaur Rex, tricks the people into thinking, oh, it got out because it made a whole bunch of scratches on the wall. And they go into there because they think dinosaurs not in there. It's not coming up on thermal detectors. Doesn't know it's camouflaged. And they find they realize that they turn on the tracker. It's in there with them. And I'm thinking, you better run. And of course, Owen gets out just fine. And the fat guy, I was like, oh no, he's gonna die. So the fat guy just comes waddling up, and he sits behind the car. Owen does a smart thing, gets underneath the car, takes a knife, cuts the gas line, sprays himself over to cover his scent. Smart guy. That's why he lives. The fat guy, not so much. He hides behind the car. Car gets ripped over. The security guard looks up, looks over, and he just kind of glares at Owen. He's like, this is all your fault. I'm going to haunt you forever. And Owen's just like, hey, you're the dumbass. I'm the one who sprayed myself with gas to hide my scent. Yeah, and Dominus Rex looks for him, doesn't find him because he's sprayed with gas, and moves on. So after a while, this military guy realizes, oh, these raptors can be trained. These raptors can be used in the military. Yes, let's let loose. Let's say 50 or so velociraptors in an urban area. The only way that would be possibly viable, is if the city is entirely held by the enemy. There are no civilians in there. Then yeah, that'd be a good idea. Maybe put them in the caves, possibly. But you can't really fit raptors into certain caves, whereas humans can fit, raptors cannot. So yeah, he thinks that they can be controlled. Not really. Owen just happens to be the alpha and the one that imprinted on them. So so eventually I find out how the babysitter dies. The Indominus Rex breaks into the aviary with all the pterodactyls and all the pterodons and whatnot. Breaks them out. She gets lifted off by the pterodons over the mosasaur. That's the big water dinosaur, in case no one knows what dinosaurs are. Drops it. And she falls in the water. The pterodon picks her up again. Brings it up. Mosasaur picks up and eats them both. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. I knew she was going to die. Called it. I actually yelled, called it. Almost got kicked out. No, that's not true. I didn't yell that. I'm not stupid. I wanted to. Damn it. So, essentially, what all went on after that point was, the military guy forces Owen to release the raptors to find the Dominus Rex. All the while, he's riding with a bicycle on a motorcycle with him. I'm thinking, oh my god, you're such a fucking badass. Coincidentally, the older teenager says so himself. He says, man, your boyfriend's a badass. And, the boss lady in the end blushes. So it gets to the point, the raptors find the Dominus Rex. Dominus Rex comes out of camouflage mode. The other guys who had the guns are hiding. And then what happens kind of pissed me off a bit. The Dominus Rex talks to the raptors. Becomes their new alpha. Because, someone decided it'd be a good idea to mix a T-Rex and a Velociraptor. Are you stupid? Are you stupid? Really? Amongst the other things to make this dinosaur so fucking overpowered that the T-Rex is the darling of the franchise. You already can't take it down unless you shoot it with like 20, maybe 50 trank darts, okay? And Velociraptors. The only way really to take out Velociraptor is with a fucking missile. Alright? On the other times, if you're shooting at it, you better make sure you shoot in the fucking head. Because even if you kill the one, whoosh, the other twos are going to kill you. Even if you kill the one. So, you still lose. So, the Raptors have a new alpha now. The Indominus Rex tells them, wipe them out. All of them. I know that was a rebuff in Star Wars. Sue me. So, the Raptors attack the humans. Owen is shocked because once the Dominus Rex talks to the Raptors, Owen is thinking, okay, something's wrong. We better run. So they run, and the classic, in the thick brushes, the Raptors kill everybody. And I remember, another reviewer saying this is about Alien. So I watched Alien, and the flatlining and all that. I thought that's actually pretty cool. So it gets to the point where it's just Owen and the military guy's dead because he thinks he can control the Raptors. He's like, I'm on your side. Gets eaten. And Oh, by the way, the main doctor from the original Jurassic Park movie. I can't remember his name. Just the Asian guy. I can't remember his name. So he's in this movie too, and he created the Indominus Rex. And he says, "Oh, I couldn't foresee that they'd be able to camouflage, and he would be able to lower his body temperature." I'm thinking, you're a scientist. You are giving DNA strands of animals that can do this, and you didn't foresee this coming. Are you kidding me? So he gets taken off onto a chopper with the DNA of all the dinosaurs. I'm thinking, okay, that's probably an opening for a sequel. No shocker there. I mean, yeah. So now comes my favorite part of the movie. So they get to the main area with the main center and all the restaurants and all that, and everything's ruined. And they get cornered by the velociraptors. There were three of them. They get cornered by three velociraptors. I'm thinking, they're dead. But Dominus Rex comes in. Raptors realize who they're going to attack. Owen's a part of that group. They recognize him. They know him. They have that bond that they've had since birth. Alright? Dominus Rex comes in, tells him to kill him. At least that's what I'm imagining. I don't speak dinosaurs, but I imagine that's what he's saying. But she's saying. Excuse me. Raptors turn against the Dominus Rex. Dominus Rex kills all three of them. No surprise there. And then, they try to hide from the Dominus Rex. Not working out so well. The little kid says, "We need more teeth." And I'm thinking, oh, please, 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 let it be so. So, the ant goes and tells the tech guy. Oh, by the way, yeah, there was quite a bit of product placement in this movie too. What was it, Pepsi-Adon, Dorito-Saurus, or something like that? It's like, oh, that's not subtle at all. That's not blatant. So this guy, declares to stay behind, and the woman who works with him, he tries to do the cliche, "Oh, I've got to stay behind. I'm gonna kiss you now." Doesn't work out that way. It's like, "Oh, I've got a boyfriend." It's like, "Oh, I didn't realize you were still going." I said, yeah, we're still going. I thought, oh, okay. So he just gets a hug. It's like, oh my god, if you die, feel so sorry for you. You didn't get a pussy. So, yeah, so he stays behind. He's still in the control room. Don't know how he's still, safe. But, she tells him, open, this gate, open this pen. Such and such number. I can't remember which one. And he's like, "What? Are you crazy?" She says, "Just do it." He's like, "All right, fine." Opens it. And she lights up the flare. I'm thinking, oh, yes, 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 yes. And out of the darkness, a T-Rex comes. And this is pretty much this is the song that's going through my head when I see this going on. Yeah, that's what goes through my head. I'm thinking, oh, please, please, please kick Indominosaurus's ass, please. So she makes a T-Rex follow her. How exactly is she outrunning it? In heels, mind you, in fucking heels. I think they're heels, but still. She throws the flare at Indominus Rex. He hits it. Indominus Rex turns around, T-Rex barrels through some bones and sees it and attacks Indominus Rex. Is like, yes, it is on. Ding, ding, fucking ding. So they go at it, and then something that I didn't expect to happen, I didn't want to see it happen again, is that if it did happen, I was going to go out of the movie and ask for a refund. T-Rex starts to lose. And it looks to be the point, like it's going to be another Jurassic Park 3. And all of a sudden, the fourth Raptor, Blue, comes in and saves the day. Distracting the Indominus Rex, allowing the T-Rex to charge it and grab it. They kick its ass, brings it over to the edge of the water. You can see where this is going, unless if you haven't seen the movie. Indominus Rex gets up, roars at it. Mosasaur comes in and brings it down and drives it into the deep. I was like, thank you, thank you. T-Rex didn't die. It didn't win, but it didn't die. Thank you. At least I have that. So then, Owen and the ants and the little kids get together. They leave. And then, Blue looks at Owen. Wants to stay with Owen. This really actually brought a tear to my eye, to be honest with you. And Owen, told to stay. To stay. Blue goes back into the jungle. And, pretty much at the end of it, almost everyone turned out alright. Might have been a few hundred casualties, but park will stay open, right? Yeah, the park might stay open. Yeah. So, one thing that really irked me about this is that the security force that was there, the ones that's supposed to comprise of special forces, the best of the best, using non-lethals against something that's supposed to be even deadlier than the T-Rex. I'm thinking, are you out of your minds? Seriously? You're using... I understand that you have an investment in this Indominus Rex as a new attraction. Is what's going right for a human life nowadays? 1 million? 10 million? 100 million? When does it get to the point where you have to sacrifice your entire unit to save an animal that you created to have all these capabilities with no backup plan involved other than enclosure that's not yet finished? There's still construction workers working on it. And never mind the fact that they have an armored Jeep. Is that pretty much all they got? In a regular old Jeep that has no protection in it at all? I'm thinking, and another review kind of brought this up, and I saw it, and I was like, yeah, I remember that, and I quite frankly agree with you. Why don't you have a fucking tank? Even an Indominus Rex and a T-Rex is going to have no issue at all with a Jeep and even an armored truck. No trouble at all. Might have a little bit more trouble cracking the armored truck, but I can still, bring it down. Bring a 70-ton tank like the Abrams, you're going to have no issues at all. Trust me, you're going to blow that thing wide open. Another thing that really kind of cheesed me off with this film is the bubbles, the bubble carts, And Jimmy Fallon was on it, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I wonder how much he got paid for that. And, it says, he can stop a 50 caliber bullet. I'm thinking, you're not stopping 50 caliber bullets. If something steps on you, you're dead. Thankfully, these things aren't on a course, and you can change directions. Speaking of which, the older teenager, he's an idiot. oh yes, we're on a park that has dinosaurs that can kill us. Let's go off road to where there's nothing and where barely anyone can help us. That's a good idea. Yeah, let's do that. So, whoever came up with these bubbles are a bad idea. So, the Ankylosaurus hits the thing. One swing of the club, it's smashed. It's the glass is shattered. The plexiglass, whatever the hell it is, it's shattered. The Dinosaurus picks it up, drops it, picks it up again, drops it. And it slams his hand down on the bubble. I'm thinking, that's such a ripoff from the first movie. So, in closing, I know I'm close to 26 minutes here. So, in closing, I would rate this as, on a grading scale, I would rate this as a B plus. The reason why it's not like an A minus or an A is because of there are certain characters that got a bit too much screen time and characters that didn't quite get enough. The teenagers, way too much screen time. Background story for the teenagers, a bit much. There were little to no background story with the ants and Owen. And I didn't really want, background story with the military guy. Yeah, it gets away. I don't even remember his name. I know who the guy is. I think he used to be on Law and Order or something like that. So, yeah, I would say a B plus with this. Obviously, Jurassic Park, the first Jurassic Park, A plus all around. Jurassic Park Lost World, C plus. That's me being generous. And Jurassic Park 3 would be a D minus. The only reason it isn't a fail is because the Velociraptors were pretty cool. So, well, thank you for watching, everyone who's stayed through my entire 27-minute plus spiel. And I'll be definitely doing more reviews in the future. I just have to watch the movies first. Like my video, subscribe, and put in the comments what movies you think I should review next. And you have a great night.